Yo, what's up, body bags? Wanted to review a movie I checked out 2 days ago called Aftermath Genesis, put out by Unearthed Films, and I got this in the Unearthed sale recently. But I think it's actually out of print now because I don't think they're available on the site anymore. And I know at Grindhouse Video in Tampa they had a copy of this and like they're out of print and rare DVDs. So I don't know if you can find it for a good price, pick it up. But basically, this is kind of like an anthology film. There's no like wraparound story tying them all together, but basically it starts with there's like a short film called The Awakening that was the director's very first like student film, and you could tell it's a student film and it's real low budget. It's in black and white and it's in the 4:3 aspect ratio and all that, and it like takes place in a school and stuff, and it's kind of cool just to have it to see his first piece of filmmaking and all that. So it's cool that they included that, but it wasn't anything I would go back and be like dying to watch. But the real highlight of this set or movie is the second feature in this called Aftermath, which is depicted on the cover here. And basically, this woman gets in a car crash and gets sent to the morgue because she's dead. And this doctor, really creepy doctor, he's like into necrophilia and all that, and it's a really realistic, detailed, like what's it called? What the morgue people do, but they're just like ripping apart the body and stuff, which is his job. It's not like he's like a criminal or anything doing this, but autopsy is what I'm looking for. Yeah, he doing like a really detailed, realistic autopsy, and then he just ends up having sex with the body and stuff, and there's no dialogue whatsoever. It's all done to like classical music, so it kind of gives it like an eerie kind of vibe to it. And it's just really intense as far as like gore goes, and special effects are top notch. All the effects are done. The guy who plays the doctor is really, I give him mad respect just for how creepy he was, and basically doing all the emotions through just looks, and he has a mask on and everything, so it definitely has a creepy vibe to it. And if you're a huge gore hound, you want to pick this movie up for that scene or that segment alone. You know what I mean? So, and then it ends with Genesis, which is really cool, but it's not like Aftermath at all. It's basically more like a sculptor, and his wife dies, and he's sculpting this sculpture, and it starts breaking apart and bleeding, and then he slowly starts becoming a sculpture. And it's definitely really bizarre, but it's cool that they included it. You have his 3 films, the trilogy, and they are connected in a way. I forget how exactly he said it, but it was like some before death, which was the awakening, and then aftermath, which is the process of dying and all that, and then Genesis, which is everyone's grieving about the death and the whole aftermath of all the death and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool. It's definitely worth having this if any horror collection. I mean, especially if you're a gorehound. Like if you're a huge gorehound and you don't have this in your collection, you definitely need to seek it out, because it's like it's a classic as far as that grisly extreme horror goes. But it has a couple special features on this. It has commentaries on all 3 with the director Nacho Cerda, the making of Aftermath featurette, an interview with Jörg Buchreich and Nacho Cerda interview, which makes sense because of the whole necrophilia vibe going on. Storyboards, production photo, audio interview with Nacho, the director, scripts, the collector's booklet, and it's more loaded than a movie like this really should be. Definitely my favorite Unearthed film I own. I definitely think it's badass. I don't know if it originally came in this red case. I got it brand new from Grindhouse Video, so I would assume he got them in the red cases. I've never seen a Unearthed film come in a red case like that, but hey, it's cool with me. I wish I would have got the gore cover that came with it if you bought it from Grindhouse, but for some reason it didn't. But yeah, it's the inside of the disc. It comes with this little booklet and a cool little gore scene on the back there. But yeah, it's just a brutal movie. I mean, the whole movie's worth it alone just for that second segment. So yeah, like I said, if you're into extreme horror gore, definitely look up Aftermath Genesis. You could probably still find it for like 15-20 bucks on eBay or whatever it may be. So snatch it while it's still cheap. But anyways, guys, peace.